We're gonna do something fun and funny. It may be a little depressing, fair warning, but it's also funny. I've done a few of these before. People seem to enjoy them. Let me move myself out of the way. People seem to enjoy these. They're pretty funny. So let's get a good laugh. At today's youth. So I think this is Gen Z. I'm pretty sure. So let's get a good laugh at Gen Z screwing up some of the most basic questions. Are we ready for this, chat? This is going to be cringeworthy, so please cringe right along with me.
What country is the Queen of England from? Originally.
I definitely don't know.
No, give me your best guess. Guess a country.
What is a country again?
Did she? I have to back that up. Did she literally just say what I think she just said? Hang on.
Guess a country.
What is a country again?
What is a country again? Oh my. Oh my god. That is stupidity on a level that is frightening. And I would guess she's probably early 20s. That'd be my guess. She's probably college, early 20s. And she doesn't know what a country is. I'm sure she has a very bright future as a TikTok star until she hits the age of 25 when she becomes too old and has to retire.
Give me a guess.
This is embarrassing.
Chat, I'm gonna actually.
What is a country? Canada.
Yes. Do you know what time this is?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 2:45.
Sorry, we need to start that again.
Yes. Do you know what time this is?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 2:45.
Yes. Do you know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
Hang on, I gotta move myself a little bit here because I don't want to block you and I don't want to block the video, so I'm gonna put myself right here comfortably in the middle. There we go.
Country?
Yeah. If you had to guess.
290. Very good, John. Very good.
Japanese?
Yes. Do you know what?
Twice. That is now twice that he has asked the question, who or what is the blank of, and actually said the country. And they can't answer it. Codemaster, I don't know. Part of me is thinking, yes, it's gotta be scripted. Part of me does think that there's no way somebody can be this colossally stupid. But it's on a public street, and there's so many. And the way they're responding, I don't know. You know, schools are not teaching kids anything. Schools are not teaching children anymore. They're not teaching them facts. They're not giving them an education, and they're not teaching them how to think critically. Because with those two that I was just talking about, that's the key. This is critical thinking skills. And Codemaster, I completely understand the skepticism. And I am not 100% sold that it's not scripted either. I'm not. But I also know that incredibly stupid people like this do exist in high quantities. I will give you my own personal example. Once we finish the video, I will give you my own personal example of why I think it's entirely possible this is not scripted.
The third month of each year is?
Ain't that leap year or some shit?
Yeah. Do you know what 15% of 100 is?
Fuck.
Around what it is, if you had to guess.
Probably like 75. I don't know.
Yes. Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
Spain.
Yes. How many inches are in 2?
This is taking place in America, by the way, just in case there was any question. You're close enough, yeah, right.
2 feet.
I don't know.
Around how many inches?
Um,
If you had to guess.
5?
Yes. Do you know what country the Panama Canal is in?
No.
If you had to guess, like, what do you think it sounds like it's in? Guess a country.
Europe.
Yes.
Codemaster, I hate to say it, as much as fun, if, what was the question? What country is the Panama Canal in? And she said Europe. It would restore my faith in humanity a little bit, Codemaster, if this did come out as being scripted. But I oh so fear that it's not. I really do. I really don't think it is, I'm afraid.
Can you name all the months?
September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Yes. Do you know what country the Panama Canal?
She just went into a rap, so.
September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Yes. Do you know what country the Panama Canal is in?
We live in a society, yes. Oh, God.
Panama, Spain.
Yes. What do we call a shape with 5 sides?
Is it an octagon? Wait, that's 6. That's 8. Octagon is 8.
Okay. She stumbled a little bit, but she caught her mistake there, saying that octagon is 8. She caught that.
Is it a stop sign?
Yes. Do you know what year the U.S. was founded?
Oh, no. I'm not going to answer that.
Around when? If you had to guess a year.
I do not know.
Give me your best guess.
I'm going to say BC. I'm going to keep it at BC era.
Give me a number, BC.
Now, granted, I'm sure a lot of the religious right probably think that America was founded by God before Christ even came into this world. I'm sure they do. But it's not factual.
18 something 1800s.
BC?
Yeah.
Yes. How many weeks in a year?
Okay, I've heard him ask this question before. I would not fault this young man for not knowing that. How many weeks in a year is not actually something that's all that common knowledge. It might be 52, I don't know for sure. But that is one question. If he doesn't know this, no shade whatsoever. Because that is, people know how many days are in a year. They don't think of how many weeks are in a year. They just thought that that's not something that's commonly thought of. So I won't think poorly of this guy if he gets it wrong. Not one bit.
Nah. Weeks in a year? I don't know. Can't count the weeks. 4 times 12, 24 weeks?
Yes. How many different...
You can make it educated, yes, which is what he started to do. And then he I was gonna give him a pass. And then he did that. Because you heard when he said at the end, right? 4 times 12, it's 24, right? Eh.
How many moons does the Earth have?
4.
Yes. Do you know who fought in the Mexican-American War? You remember?
Can't lie to you. I don't know that.
Guess 2 countries. Who against who? If you had to guess.
Philippines.
Yeah, against who?
Don't remember the other one.
Do you know what 3 times?
And again, that is critical thinking skills. And critical thinking skills are not being taught in schools. They're not. This isn't even education. This is both schools and parents teaching their children how to think critically. And it's failing. Big time.
3 times 3 is?
9.
Who fought in the Mexican-American War?
Fresh Revolutions? I don't know.
Yeah. How many moons does the Earth have?
How many moons?
Around how many?
30? I don't know.
Yes. Do you know what 30?
Chat, did you know we had 30? I don't know if maybe he's thinking about how many satellites Elon Musk has thrown into orbit for Starlink, but Jesus.
33 divided by 3 is?
No. I don't know.
Give me a guess, a number. Around what?
33 divided by 3?
Yeah.
I don't know. 5? Nah.
I knew she was gonna fail.
Yes. Do you know what?
I was just about to say she was gonna say 5. I knew she was gonna say 5. I don't know why she was gonna say 5, but I knew she was gonna say it.
7 plus 7 plus 7 is?
28. No, I'm bugging. 14 plus 7. I don't know.
Can you tell me what time this is?
Okay, I know the long one is the hour.
Yeah.
So that's 10. Oh my god.
10 what?
Now, I did see this when I've watched one of these before. I can kinda, sorta, maybe feel a bit lenient on these clock questions because analog clocks are very largely unused anymore. I want to say 97, 98% of any clock anyone is going to bear witness to is going to be digital, not analog. And now, as I understand it, schools are still teaching children how to read an analog clock in like kindergarten or first grade. But after that, it's probably not taught again, and everyone has a digital clock. So with the clock questions, I can actually, to a very small degree, understand why today's the 20-somethings and younger struggle when presented with an analog clock and asked to tell what time it is. I don't think it's right. I think they should still know how to fucking read one. But I can almost understand why they aren't. Still don't agree with it though.
What? Around what time is this?
I'm not sure.
Give me your best guess.
I want to say 10, 15.
Yes. Do you know how many moons the Earth has? Around how many, if you had to guess?
2?
Yes. Do you
Well,
know
she's
what
the
two
closest
countries
one so
border
far.
the USA?
No.
Like what's on top of us and what's below us?
Isn't the North Pole below us?
Yeah. And what else?
And what is above us? Is it Europe? Because
Is that your guess?
yes, that's my guess.
Yes. What country did we gain our independence from?
We're Canadian.
Russia.
Yes. If it's Monday right now, what day?
Only if you're Steven Seagal. Well, in House Guest, are you referencing to the fact that it's scripted, or they're so stupid they can't figure it out? Which direction are you kind of going with when you're saying it takes them too long to answer the questions? Because yeah, looks like their brain is cooking itself to try and come up the answer, but are you thinking maybe it's taking them that long because it's scripted? Or just because they are that stupid they can't figure it out? Well, I mean, they couldn't figure out who we gained our independence from, so you're waiting for someone to get that question for them to go, but we're not independent. I'm waiting for that too.
Day of the week will it be in 14 days?
If it's Monday right now, how many days? Like day of the week?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like a date?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
14 days. Today, Monday. I'll say probably like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Called it.
Yes. Do you know what's
Hold
the
it.
difference between Mexico and New Mexico?
Nah,
Are they the same thing?
maybe, I don't know. I think.
Yes. Can you name 5 states?
Staten Island.
Staten Island's a state, Dad. Did you guys know Staten Island was a state? When did it declare its statehood? Was that back in 2015? Staten Island declared itself its own state?
Berkeley. Nah, I don't even know.
4 more states. Any states you want.
New York.
All right, you got 2.
Manhattan. I don't know.
3.
That's
2 more.
State.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh
2 more.
shit. Queens.
And you know she didn't mean New
I
York
don't know.
State.
The state. I don't know.
4. 1 more.
Let me
Any state.
The Bronx. I don't know.
5. Nice. Do you know what 3 times 3 times 3 is?
Yes. Why? 2021.
Yes. Do you know how many?
Codemaster? Yeah. That is the sign of someone who has never left New York City. Oh, she said Brooklyn, she said the Bronx, she said Staten Island, she said Manhattan. This is someone who has never left New York City. It's like the quintessential, my world is New York City. Yep. She named the 5 boroughs. Who knew the 5 boroughs were their own city-states? Did you know that? Did you know that, Chad?
How many states are in the USA? Around how many? Yes. You know who fought in the Mexican-American War?
Yeah. Who? No.
Give me your best guess. Who against who?
Okay, wait. What was that Mexican War?
Mexican-American War.
Who?
Give me your 2 best guesses.
You're just gonna make me look so stupid.
Guess.
You all,
Okay, nothing happened.
sweetheart, you already look that stupid. Yeah, it's yes. I was guess yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like the U.S. educational system is failing on and not just the U.S. education system. Let me be clear about that. Not just the U.S. education system. But education systems are failing kids. Incredibly so. They're more concerned with teaching them about ideology than factual information. And they're just pushing them out there saying, good luck to you. Good luck is your job as an influencer or as a TikTok star or something like that. The only ones they care about are the ones that actually exhibit intelligence, and they will actually cater them. But the ones that are geniuses, they're just like, okay, you can go ahead, you can go eat glued over in the corner. I've seen several stories where teachers are saying that the kids that they teach are like several grades behind what they should be. I think there was one teacher that was I can't recall if he said he was a 5th grade or a 7th grade teacher. I forget which it was, but he said that his students are reading at a grade level 2 grades down. Like the kids can't read. And I mean, and bearing in mind, I'm not only putting the blame on the schools here. This is not just the schools. This is also the families of these kids. This is the families of these kids saying, yeah, go ahead and do what you want. They stick an iPad in front of them to entertain them while mom and dad go off and do their own thing. And the kids learn nothing. They get no education in school or at home. And the only kinds of kids that I'm actually not going to say that because we don't know the family situation, if they don't have a family, if they come from a single parent family, what have you. But regardless of the familial situation, they are not receiving a growing education in the school or at home, whatever that home may be. They're when they're at school, they're on their phones and they don't pay attention to teachers, and the teachers don't demand their attention, and thus they're not getting taught. At home, they're on the computer or they're on the tablet or they're on their phone. They've got a screen in front of them from the moment they walk in the door. All they know is what they see on like TikTok. That's all they know. And thus they do not possess critical thinking skills that will allow them to function in modern society. And they don't possess an education that will allow them to do anything other than say, do you want fries with that? I mean, there's like one group of individuals where the notion of, just stick an iPad in front of them and they're on an iPad very frequently. The one group of people that I don't fault for are those that are like mental disability kids, the kids with autism, or another mental disability, because we are into a completely different demographic here, and with those with autism, and I know this from personal experience, because I have autism in my family. The use of things like a tablet can actually be very beneficial to those with autism. I don't deal with that with my nephew because mom doesn't help in school, so I sit down and help him every day, make sure he's learning something. House guest, that is wonderful. I'm glad that you're able to do that for your nephew. That makes you a great uncle, and I'm glad you're able to do that for your nephew. Or it makes you a great aunt or uncle. Sorry, but I'm glad you're able to do that for him. When I was in school, I got low-key competitive when I saw someone with a higher reading level of me. Zeku, also great. I wish more kids in grade school, junior high, and high school had that kind of competitiveness, because it will have them strive. I can see why, people might be, competitiveness might not necessarily be a great thing, but you're still learning. You're still getting an education. And that's what kids now are not getting. They're not getting an education. And they are, the amount of people coming out that are graduating high school over the last several years that will actually be able to make a positive, substantial change to humanity and society is, off the top of my head, guess with no evidence. This is just complete supposition. 25 to 45% of the people coming out of school right now will go on to will be actually responsible for scientific and sociologically positive advances in humanity and society. Whereas that number probably used to be much higher. That number was probably closer to like 60%. So we're moving towards, have any of you guys ever seen the movie Idiocracy? The Mike Judge film Idiocracy? Which is basically about how society, hundreds of years from now, has basically just become one giant meme. Everything is commercialized. The average IQ is probably low double digit. Well, yeah, exactly. We're headed to that. Like it was obviously, when it was originally made, it was obviously made as a joke, like a dark comedy, a biting satire on, at the time, what Mike Judge was seeing in society. But we're honestly going that way. We are honestly going in that direction. How long it's gonna take, I don't know, but unless we see some kind of a change, that's the way we're going. And that's a scary thought for anybody that has children of their own right now, that actually cares about their children's education and tries to help them, or not even their own children, but, house guests, with your extended family, with your nephew, who is trying to make sure that they can do well and achieve things that they actually want to achieve. We're just not seeing it. And I don't know what it's going to take to facilitate this change. And I don't even know if it's possible. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if we as a society, let me get specific here. In North America, because I don't think this kind of stupidity is quite as prevalent outside of North America. Oh. I would like to think, yeah, fact is there are stupid people everywhere. That's always going to be the case, no matter how enlightened we get as a society. But I think right now North America absolutely takes the cake. It really does. So let's see how much more painful this can get.
Happened.
What is 15% of 100?
Around what?
Guess, yeah, give me your best guess.
15%. I wouldn't say 50 because that's half. So.
Okay, a little bit of critical
thinking. Give me a
thinking.
number, yeah.
All right. Let's do 30.
Yes. Do you know what 77 plus 23 is?
Can't do simple math, my guy. That's the one thing that I'm gonna fail on.
Do you know what 15?
You can't do simple math. How do you function? Now, granted, what he said was not what the text was here. What he said is, what is 77 plus 20? It sounded like he said, what's 77 plus 23? I don't think he said 33. But her immediate response, I can't do simple math, my guy. My response has been that, like, how do you function? How do you expect to function in society? Well, no, she was asked what's 77 plus 23, and she didn't even try to answer. A split second after he said it, she said, I can't do basic math. And I'm sorry, if you can't do basic math, you should not be allowed to roam around on your own. At that point, if you can't do basic math, you should not be given money. Because obviously you won't know what to do with it. Somebody's gonna tell you, yeah, that'll be $5.65, and you'll go, here, $10, and someone will give you, oh yeah, here's a penny back, and they'll just go, oh, thank you. Like, you cannot function like that.
15% of 100 is?
Oh shit.
Give me your best guess. What
Now, with the percentages, again, I'm going to give a tiny bit of leeway to. Granted, a percentage that is this basic, I'm not as kind. But in general, with percentages, and I will admit, I've done this myself because it's just simply faster to do. Everybody's got a phone with a calculator that does percentages. It is just simply faster and easier to yank out your phone, plug it in, and you get the answer. But you need to know the fundamentals. You need to know the fundamentals before you can start making the excuse of it's faster and easier to just do it on a calculator. Because once upon a time, students were not allowed to use calculators in math class. Well, yeah, also true. Also true, Kiki. It's, this is also a matter of they simply don't know what something is because they either are not taught it, or if they're taught it, they don't care, so they don't listen, and the teachers are not forcing them to listen to the lessons. And because they're all on their fucking phones. So yes, you are correct. Yeah, well, house guest, that statement didn't age too well, did it? But at the same time, now it's you need to know the fundamentals of math. Because even though you may have a calculator in your pocket at all times, because they're all on all the phones, you should be able to do basic math in your head without needing a phone. Because what if that phone dies? Or what if you drop it and break it? Yeah. With basic math, like what's 30 plus 30, it's a hell of a lot faster to do in your head than it is on the phone. Than the time it takes to take out your phone, unlock it, open the calculator, and then punch in the numbers. By the time you've done that, you could have solved the answer 3 times. For basic math, yes, it is much faster to do it in your head. But there's nothing in these heads. So they rely upon the technology that's in their pocket. Yeah, absolutely it is.
do you think it is?
I'm terrible at math. Wait, what was the question?
15% of 100. Around what?
25%?
Do you know what the 4 directions on a compass are?
No, not at all.
Do you know who the current vice president is?
No.
This one, this question's been asked in another one of his videos. This one made me rage a little bit because, Chad, can you please tell me what gender is this person? Or what gender are they? Are they obviously presenting as? Female, right? This is a woman. How much were the feminists crowing about the fact that Kamala Harris is the first female vice president in history? This was supposedly a great leaping thing for feminists. And this is, I can't even remember what number this is of the amount of people that are women. Mind you, these questions are being asked of women and of non-white women, too, in the previous videos. Can't answer who the vice president is. Which only leads more credence to the fact that the feminist agenda thing about Kamala Harris being the first female vice president is all bullshit. Because if it was that important, then why do these young people, who are women and some minority, not know who the first female minority vice president is? And yes, the previous one did answer 15% of 100 is 25%. And actually, yes, did say percent.
Who do you think it is? Take a guess.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for Barack Obama to come back.
Do you know what continents we're on?
Interesting. So she knows about Barack Obama? And Barack Obama, people are going to be remembering him for many, many years. That's the funny part. Barack Obama is, when people, 30 years from now, if people are asked about past presidents, who are notable past presidents? Barack Obama is probably going to be one of the first words that comes out of their mouth. Which is a testament to... It's a testament to his ability as a president that he left a positive impact on so many people. Because he did. He was, in recent generations, I would say he was probably one of the best presidents to fill that office in recent generations. And he's going to be remembered for a very long time. There we go.
You got me feeling dumb.
No, don't be dumb.
It's because you are dumb, sweetheart. He's not making you feel dumb. You are dumb.
Just know. You know this.
Nah.
How many people are on?
And, normally I don't like just calling people dumb or stupid. But when you exhibit this level of a lack of intelligence, I can call you nothing but. I don't know what features it, but I like Barack Obama, and then we get all these P per capita memes. Yeah, she knows what. He did one of these videos before, and again, it was someone that couldn't answer the most basic shit. The next question he asks is, name me off the Kardashians, and boom, 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 boom. She named off every single Kardashian in rapid fire. Because that's what they care about. When they're supposed to be learning in school, they're learning about the fucking Kardashians.
Earth. Around how many, if you had to guess?
Okay. I've said this before when this question's been asked. This one is a tough question. How many people are on Earth? I believe the current count is either 6 or 7 billion, if I remember correctly what the latest count was. I would not expect an average young person who is not in this field of study or anything to know what the world population might be. Unless, and I suspect this is where this is going here, unless they say something like 100,000 or 5 million, which is where I suspect this is going.
I don't know, 200 trillion, something like that.
Do you know how many continents there are?
We can go in the completely opposite direction and cause the Earth to implode from physical bodies being too much mass for the planet to handle. Bravo.
There are?
No.
Take a guess.
Yes, house guest, she did say trillion with a T. Yes.
And
Can you name them? Can you name one? What continent are we on right now?
oh, come on.
So funny.
United States.
Yes. If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
Whoa, shit. I'd be 12. I'm 22, right? I'll be 12.
Yeah, so if you were born in 2012, how old would you be today?
Oh, sorry. I heard you wrong.
Okay. I know she's still gonna get this wrong, but I do not fault her for mishearing him on that question. She did math right. She's 22, and hang on.
If I was born in 2012.
Okay, sorry. I didn't want to have this on the screen for too long because I didn't want Twitch to ban me. I she misheard him and she actually did her math right. Just that. She said she's 22. She said she would have been 12. If you're born 10 years ago, how many day? So she did the math right. So now she realized, wait, you didn't ask me that. Now it's critical thinking time. What was the question and how should he answer?
I believe I'll be 12. Wait, no. 2012 to now?
Yeah.
Well, my
So she's
sister
not-
was. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Give me a number.
Maybe 13.
Yes. If you were born.
And again, I almost, the way that question was phrased, the way the question's phrased, if you're born 10 years ago, how old would you be today? I actually can almost understand why, because the phrasing of that question, someone might go, what? I can actually kind of sort of understand how the phrasing of that question is going to throw someone. Especially when you're being put on the spot. You know, you're being told, hey, I'd ask you some basic questions, and you ask, if you were born 10 years ago, how old are you today? I could see the brain short-circuiting for a second, trying to wait, what? What are we asking? So, that is one question that I am a little inclined to give her a pass on, just because the question can sound kind of confusing. Because she did the math. She initially thought it was, how old were you if you were born 10 years ago? And she got it right. She said 22, so I would have been 10. Or, 12. So I'm gonna give her a pass on this because I think the question just sounds confusing. It does, I will admit. It can sound confusing just coming right off the cuff like that.
Maybe 13.
Yes. If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
11. I'm 21.
Yeah, see, same thing. I can understand this being a confusing sounding question. And she did the math. She said, I'm 21. If I was born 10 years ago, I would be 11.
If you were born 10 years ago today, you would be 11.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes. No, that's not. 10 years, you'd be 10. If you were born 10 years ago?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
If you were born 10 years ago, then you would be 10.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Because I'm 20.
Yeah, okay. What year is it?
What?
What year is it?
21.
Okay, so if you were born in 2011, how old would you be today?
Well, again, because I think that the way the question is being posed could be confusing. That's why she's saying no, because she's still stuck on, if you were born 10 years ago, how old were you? Both this girl and the last girl they're mishearing the question, because the phrasing of the question is a little confusing. So she's being so vehement. She's saying no so vehemently because she's thinking, like, how old were you 10 years ago? Yeah, but this is a sidewalk interview. They're probably used to people pranking them or something, which is probably why she was like, no. Let's see where it goes.
Wow. 2011. 41.
Yes.
Okay. No. Yeah. Then there's that last one.